I want you to recall the last time you found yourself lying awake in the middle of the night. Do you remember what was keeping you up? Most likely, it was all the various information inputs or great presentations from yesterday that your brain was trying to process. Every day, we are bombarded with an overload of information that consumes our brains even when we are trying to get that much needed rest. We rely on all types of data to make our decisions in our work lives. Data can range from observations made in the field to the other extreme of things to remotely sensed data. We are no longer lacking in information, rather we have too much information that we are struggling to wade through in order to make those fully informed decisions that are critical to our daily lives. We are all struggling to make those meaningful connections to our data. This includes the engineer and client that are responsible to manage complex systems, as well as the technologists like myself who are often tasked with creating that ever-elusive magical tool to make everyone's life easier. We must come together and reimagine a new digital future that proactively manages our information throughout a project or asset's lifecycle, because ultimately, as technical experts, we understand the inherent risks associated with the impacts of our decisions today that will have that impacts our communities and environment in the future, which in this presentation will be focused around dam safety. Dam failures are increasingly in the news every year and are often attributed to multiple factors over time rather than just one single factor. These factors often go unnoticed or even ignored, which is dangerous and leads to scenarios like this. We became intimately familiar with the challenges of information overload and its impacts on decisions through two independent projects that, when combined, span the entire life cycle of a dam from construction through reclamation. The two projects had very different data requirements, but shared the same framework in their digital transformation journeys, which is universal in its application. First off, we'll talk about the Chimney Hollow Reservoir project, which is a 4-year construction project of a new dam being built in northern Colorado that will bring much needed water supply to residents of northern Colorado. At this project, our geological engineers are responsible to mapping the foundation of the dam during construction. This is an extremely labor-intensive process that traditionally our engineers would use pencil and paper and in order to identify, describe, and even sketch various geologic characteristics and features of interest, as well as take several photos to further document conditions. With a project this size, this process repeats itself approximately 8,000 times and has the ability to accumulate 24,000 sketches and photos. This on top of a whole list of additional data-related pain points. It became quickly apparent that we needed to change our approaches of the past. We first took a step back and examined the actual merits of the measurements being taken in the field to ensure that they're providing value during the construction and into the operation and maintenance of that dam. Next, we had to consider the human element, which is often overlooked but critical to success. Humans must be willing to embrace and inform any digital solution being created. And finally, we needed a platform to bring it all together. The platform needed to be something that was readily available, can serve as a data integrator, provide location intelligence, be scalable in its solution, and provide inputs to other softwares that our engineers use. This new approach led us to a GIS-centric solution. First, we started off by creating digital workflows by creating digital forms using smart form technology that actually allowed us to expand the amount of information being collected in a shorter time. And we standardized data inputs as well as associates all information, including sketches and photos, to a GPS location and to be integrated into the overall project GIS system. Our engineers now complete their surveys digitally using their mobile devices in an offline environment and are able to sync their data to the cloud at the end of the day to the cloud-based platform and database. Data validation techniques are built in throughout the system, ensuring complete and accurate data are collected the first time around. And finally, automated reports can come out of the system at any point in time by anyone to be integrated in required project control systems. A web portal now hosts the near real-time incoming field data, as well as integrates all of the critical spatial data layers of the project, including incoming survey information and reoccurring drone surveys. Our project team now has access to the project 24/7 through a variety of web map applications, dashboards, and digital tools that our engineers rely on every day to make their decisions. The impact of the project goes well beyond the creation of a digital form. It was actually, instead, the digital revolution in our people, in our project, and in the industry that followed. First, on the project level, the initial solution was expanded to both the quarry and tunnel mapping activities, which resulted in a 75% time savings across the project. Going beyond the project, 2 additional large construction projects have adapted this system and framework to meet their own project needs. And most importantly, the solution is inspiring new ways of thinking within our technical discipline experts which in turn is informing and requiring a higher industry standard that Stantec is beginning to drive. The next project is the Transulta Centralia Mine project, where Stantec serves as the engineer of record of 6 high-hazard tailing storage facilities, or TSFs, at a coal mine that is in reclamation. As engineer of record, Stantec provides the technical direction to the TSF owner to minimize and manage risks associated with tailings dam failures. Critical to informing this role are their frequent field-based field inspections that our client completes on a weekly basis, as well as data collected through various instrumentation, such as piezometers and inclinometers, that we also integrate into the system. The initial challenge of the project was to create a clear conceptual model of the system being managed and carry that vision forward as the project evolves. So using the same framework as Chimney Hollow, we again took a step back and looked at the merits of the measurements actually being taken in the field. This resulted to ensure in value. This resulted in us evolving our client's dam safety inspection program to consider the individual elements of each dam being managed and the associated failure mechanisms, such as a sinkhole, erosional area, or a crack, that provides more focused clues in the condition and overall safety of that dam. As a result, again, both our client field crews and Stantec engineers have digital workflows to complete their dam safety inspections and their instrumentation readings. The system includes multiple enhancements throughout the system, including internal and external automated alerts based off of critical system thresholds. The centralized portal now integrates 10 different data streams, empowering our users on the client and Stantec side to consume their data more dynamically and analyze their data in a variety of ways through a variety of web map or digital applications, such as a maintenance tracker that our client now uses to prioritize, budget, and track maintenance items that were identified in the field through completion. I also should pause. This project, the Transulta project, was the project that identified the initial needs of Groundwatch from the remote sensing team, and so Groundwatch is actually in operation at this project to this day. Again, the exciting impact of the project was the digital revolution that followed. The program expanded to a site-wide approach to include the 26 additional low-hazard dams. The framework now provides the incentive and accountability to both the client and consultant to be better stewards of their data going forward, and the solution has been shared across Stantec projects and initiatives, as well as being presented across conferences to better challenge and progress the industry standard in TSF management. To conclude, I want to leave you with one final question to ask yourself the next time you're lying awake in the middle of the night. What is keeping you or your organization from realizing your own digital revolution? And quickly, I want to acknowledge the 2 Stantec teams involved, my Innovation Summit coaches and graphic designer, and of course our clients that allowed us to bring this solution forward.